Hello, and welcome to our deep dive into a question that's been on the minds of many. Does masturbation lower testosterone? It's a topic surrounded by myths, bro science, and a whole lot of confusion. You've probably heard the rumors that it can tank your T levels, kill your gains at the gym, or even affect your masculinity. Does masturbation lower testosterone? The truth backed by science. But what does the science actually say? In this video, we're going to cut through the noise and give you a comprehensive, evidence-based look at the relationship between masturbation and testosterone. We'll explore the immediate effects, the long-term impact, what happens when you abstain, and what the experts have to say. By the end of this, you'll have a clear understanding of what's really going on inside your body. So, if you've ever wondered about this, you're in the right place. Let's get into the science of it all. Segment 1. Understanding testosterone, the king of hormones. Before we can talk about how masturbation might or might not affect testosterone, we need to understand what testosterone is and why it's so important. What is testosterone? The primary male sex hormone plays a key role in muscle mass and strength, bone density, sex drive, libido, sperm production, red blood cell production, mood, and energy levels. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone, although women produce it in smaller amounts too. It's responsible for the development of male characteristics during puberty, things like a deeper voice, facial hair, and muscle growth. Throughout a man's life, testosterone continues to play a vital role in regulating sex drive, bone mass, fat distribution, muscle mass and strength, and the production of red blood cells and sperm. It's also important to know that testosterone levels aren't static. They fluctuate naturally throughout the day, typically being highest in the morning and decreasing as the day goes on. This is part of your body's natural circadian rhythm. Age is another major factor, with testosterone levels generally peaking in early adulthood and then gradually declining as men get older. So, when we talk about changes in testosterone, we need to consider these natural fluctuations. Segment 2. The immediate aftermath. What happens to testosterone right after ejaculation? All right, let's get to the core of the question. What happens to your testosterone levels in the minutes and hours after you masturbate and ejaculate? This is where a lot of the myths come from. The short answer is not a lot, and certainly nothing to worry about in the long run. Contrary to the popular belief that masturbation depletes your testosterone, some studies suggest it might actually cause a temporary increase in testosterone levels. Let's look at the research. Several studies have observed that sexual arousal and activity can lead to a short-term spike in testosterone. For instance, a small 2020 study found that testosterone levels in the blood increased from the point of erection until ejaculation, and then return to their previous levels about 10 minutes later. This suggests a transient boost, not a decrease. Another study from 2021 looked at the effects of masturbation with a visual stimulus. It found that this activity seemed to counteract the natural daily drop in free testosterone concentrations. Free testosterone is the form of the hormone that is readily available for your body's tissues to use. So, in a way, masturbation might temporarily keep your usable testosterone levels a bit higher than they would otherwise be at that time of day. It's crucial to emphasize the word temporary. These fluctuations are short-lived and don't have a significant impact on your overall testosterone levels. Think of it like this. Your body has a sophisticated system, the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, that constantly regulates your testosterone production. It's like a thermostat for your hormones. If your levels were to drop significantly, this system would kick in to produce more. So, the idea that you're losing a significant amount of testosterone with each ejaculation is simply not supported by science. The amount of testosterone in semen is incredibly small and doesn't impact your overall hormonal balance. Segment 3. The long game. Does frequent masturbation lower testosterone over time? Okay, so the immediate effects are minor and temporary. But what about the long term? If you masturbate regularly, Will your testosterone levels gradually decline over weeks, months, or years? This is a key concern for many, but the scientific consensus is quite clear. There is no evidence that masturbation has any long-term negative effects on testosterone levels. Urologists and other experts in men's health consistently debunk the myth that frequent masturbation leads to low testosterone, a condition known as hypogonadism. The research on the long-term effects is somewhat limited, but the available studies have not found a link between masturbation frequency and clinically low testosterone. In fact, a large long-term study from 2016 suggested that frequent masturbation might even be linked to higher testosterone levels over time, though more research is needed to confirm this. It's also important to consider the flip side. A study on men with erectile dysfunction found that those who were able to resume regular sexual activity after treatment showed an increase in their testosterone levels. This suggests that regular sexual activity, which for many includes masturbation, is associated with healthy testosterone levels, not the other way around. So, why does this myth persist? It likely stems from outdated social and cultural views on masturbation, rather than any scientific reality. The idea that it's somehow draining your life force is a powerful piece of folklore, but it doesn't hold up to scientific scrutiny. Segment 4, the abstinence question. What happens when you don't masturbate? This brings us to a popular counter-argument you might have heard of, often associated with movements like NoFap. The claim is that abstaining from masturbation and ejaculation can lead to a significant increase in testosterone. Let's see what the science says about this. The evidence on this is mixed and often misinterpreted. There is one older small study from 2001 that is frequently cited. It involved 10 men and found that after 3 weeks of sexual abstinence, their testosterone levels were higher. Another study noted a spike in testosterone levels on the 7th day of abstinence. However, it's crucial to look at the details. The increase observed in these studies was generally mild, and other research has contradicted these findings. For example, one study found no significant changes in testosterone levels in men who abstained from sexual activity for 3 months. This suggests that any potential boost from short-term abstinence might not be sustained over longer periods. Experts caution against viewing abstinence as a reliable way to boost testosterone. The hormonal response can vary significantly between individuals. Furthermore, while some people report benefits like increased energy and focus during periods of abstinence, these are often subjective and may be due to psychological factors rather than a significant hormonal shift. It's also worth noting that some athletes have historically abstained from sex before competitions, believing it improves performance. However, a 2022 review in Scientific Reports concluded that having sex between 30 minutes to 24 hours before competitions did not negatively affect performance, strength, or power. Segment 5, the bigger picture. What actually impacts your testosterone? So, if masturbation isn't the testosterone killer it's made out to be, what are the factors that do have a significant impact on your T levels? Understanding these can help you focus on what truly matters for your hormonal health. Real factors affecting testosterone: age, diet, exercise, sleep, stress, body weight, obesity, alcohol consumption, certain medical conditions, and medications. As we mentioned earlier, age is a primary factor, with a natural decline in testosterone as men get older. But your lifestyle choices play a huge role. A healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and protein is crucial for optimal hormone production. Regular physical activity, especially strength training, has been shown to boost testosterone levels. On the flip side, things like chronic stress, lack of sleep, less than 7 to 9 hours a night, excessive alcohol consumption, and obesity can all significantly impair your testosterone production. If you're concerned about your testosterone levels, these are the areas to focus on. It's also important to remember that low testosterone can be caused by underlying medical conditions. If you're experiencing symptoms like persistent fatigue, low sex drive, erectile dysfunction, or a loss of muscle mass, it's essential to talk to a doctor. They can perform a simple blood test to check your levels and determine the underlying cause. And just to be clear, your doctor won't be concerned about your masturbation habits affecting the test results. Segment 6: Debunking Other Masturbation Myths. While we're on the topic, let's quickly debunk a few other common myths associated with masturbation that often get tangled up with the testosterone question. Myth 1: Masturbation kills your gains at the gym. As we've discussed, testosterone plays a role in muscle synthesis. However, the temporary hormonal fluctuations from masturbation are not significant enough to impact your ability to build muscle. Some research has even suggested that masturbating before a workout could provide a temporary testosterone boost that might actually help with muscle building, though more studies are needed. Myth 2: Masturbation causes hair loss. This is a persistent one, but there's no scientific evidence to back it up. Hair loss, particularly male pattern baldness, is primarily determined by genetics and the hormone dihydrotestosterone, DHT, a derivative of testosterone. Masturbation doesn't significantly impact these factors. Myth 3: Masturbation hurts your athletic performance. As we touched on earlier, studies have shown that sexual activity before a competition doesn't negatively impact strength or power. The idea that you need to be sexually frustrated to be aggressive and competitive is another myth that has been largely debunked by sports science. So after looking at the scientific evidence, what's the final verdict on whether masturbation lowers testosterone? The overwhelming consensus from scientific research and medical experts is that masturbation does not cause a long-term decrease in testosterone levels. The minor temporary hormonal fluctuations that occur are nothing to be concerned about and are a normal part of a healthy sexual response. Masturbation is a normal, healthy sexual behavior that offers numerous benefits, including stress reduction, improved mood, and better sleep. The myths surrounding it and testosterone are largely based on misinformation and outdated beliefs. If you are genuinely concerned about low testosterone, it's far more productive to focus on proven lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management, and to consult with a healthcare professional for proper evaluation and guidance. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth look at masturbation and testosterone. We hope this has cleared up any confusion and empowered you with the facts. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more evidence-based content, and share it with someone who might benefit from this information. Until next time, stay informed and stay healthy.